Hey guys, it's Shirkofter here, and we're back at it again with another video. Now today we're planning for something much bigger for the channel, so be prepared for us to talk about that, and if you want to hear about it now, just skip to this time. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe because all the support helps immensely. But without further ado, let's get into these Pokemon Champion matches today. And you know me, recording content, whether it's going outside, playing video games in general, and just enjoying life. I mean, I want to be able to share all content with you guys and just be able to share what's going on with everything. So, without further ado, let's get into these battles, and I hope you guys have a good day. This battle a little late. They're starting off with Golurk and Harangaroo here, which is very interesting because that means you're going to be going for a Trick Room setup. Because of that, and their typing, we'll be going for the Darkest Lariat and Weather Ball, both into Golurk here. I expect a Rangaroo to set up, but that being said, I think we should be okay. And Darkest Lariat is able to take Golurk to 25% here, which means I want to say this Weather Ball will KO. And absolutely perfect, we're able to take out his Mega in one turn. And they do set up Trick Room as well, which is honestly expected here. And they go into Archulodon as well. So I honestly want to say we go for the Darkest Lariat into that side here. And then while we're still alive over here, I think I just run the Protect turn just to stall out. Because they probably go for the Electro Shot into Pelipper here. And they go for the Electro Shot into Incineroar, which is very interesting. But that being said, we'll be able to get decent damage off on a Rangaroo as well here, leaving him at 36%. And I want to say because of how last turn went, they're still going to go onto this side for damage in general, so we might as well just go for this play. And then on this side, I want to say we switch into Sinistcha for right now. Because this might allow Incineroar to be able to live this attack and then us be able to go into whatever comes next. And they do go for the Electro Shot here as well. And it will be going directly into Incineroar yet again. And because of his double special attack rise, it will KO and take out Incineroar here. Which does become a problem for us. But with multi-scale this turn, we should be able to do decent damage onto this side. And then I want to say, on our Sinistcha side, we go into Pelipper just to be ready to set up Tailwind in case we have a chance to actually be able to pull it off. And they do hit us with the Draco Meteor here, which is honestly expected, and we survive with 6 health left. And they survive with 26% left here, but they heal with leftovers as well. This does mean we will have to protect roll on this side, but I want to say the Weather Ball. Both moves don't deal a lot of damage here, but this one might be closer to killing than the other will be. Because we can't allow them to get us set up yet. And Hurricane is able to leave our Troodlodon with 11% left. And he becomes confused as well. As well as their Trick Room turn ends as well here, which is absolutely perfect, because that does mean we are faster for a little bit. Which means we would be able to Draco Meteor into this side essentially, and then we will be able to go for the KO into the other side. But we need to go for the Tailwind setup on our team. And luckily our Troodlodon hurts himself in confusion, which means he will go down to the Draco Meteor. And our special attack falls again, which is perfectly fine here. We get the Tailwind set up, and I have a feeling they went for Trick Room yet again. Yeah. In which they send out their own Pelipper here as well, which is extremely interesting. So being this is what we're versing right now, I want to say on Dragon Knight's side, after we just attacked and everything, we'll just go for the Protect stall again. And then we go into Sinistcha just to get the heal off. And Pelipper does use Icy Wind, but this will only go off into Sinistcha, which is absolutely perfect. Because even though we do get the speed fall as well here, they are both going into Dragon Knight's side, which means Sinistcha takes no damage whatsoever. And they will expect me to keep Dragon Knight out for a little bit. But that being said, we'll just go for that move here, and then we'll go for the Machagacha on both sides just to deal damage and see how much we can deal on both sides. And Psychic does go off into our Pelipper, but our Pelipper will be able to take this pretty well. The Hurricane I am a little worried about here. And Hurricane is able to take Pelipper out. And Pelipper avoids the Machagacha, but it does hit Oranguru here, which will deal half his health and leave him with a burn. Which means, annoying as this game is going for him, we will protect stall here, and then we will go for life steal to get the heals off. Which I feel like is a perfect turn, because Rangaroo will get burned again, Pelipper will have full health, but that being said, he won't be able to do much, because I'm pretty sure they're going to aggro into Dragonite. And they actually Hurricane into Sinishta here, which is a little threatening, but we do survive with 13 HP. And Rangaroo used Instruct on Pelipper, which means Pelipper is going to go again into Sinishta. And honestly, I'm just going to pray this Protect turn actually does work. Pelipper does activate Click Call here, but we just have to pray the Protect works here. And Protect does go off here, which means their Trick Room will be up after next turn, and the Rangaroo will go down to the burn. And a Rangaroo does survive with 1 HP here, but that being said, we will go for the Thunderbolt into Pelipper here, and I'm hoping a Rangaroo will not be able to deal enough damage in general. And Thunderbolt does go off into Pelipper here, which will KO automatically. So now we just have to hope the Rangaroo either used Instruct or just doesn't deal enough damage with Psychic here. And he uses Instruct, which means this will be the game. And that is absolutely perfect. So that being said, I will see you guys in the next battle. And there we will get to talk about everything that's going on. For this last battle, we decided to do a normal casual battle just because I wanted to be able to talk about what the plan was for the next video. Now you guys might be asking, what's going on? What's the plan? Now it's time to start going into the Nuzlockes, and it's time to do a Nuzlocke on Pokémon Renegade Platinum. I've been thinking about that game for a very long time and kind of just thinking about different ways I could go into playing it and different just in general Nuzlockes in general, but Renegade Platinum has kind of stuck with me for a while because I watched a lot of Pichow videos and a lot of other YouTubers in general just go through that game, and the ways they build their team just amazes me, and I really want to get into it and just learn to enjoy that scene of Pokemon. It's been a big interest of mine for a while. If you'll look back into further videos, I did a Moonblack 2 Nuzlocke that I had started and didn't fully go into and finish. I will finish that eventually, but I wanted to start the Renegade Platinum and fully finish that out first as kind of a bigger content creation for the channel. And I'm extremely excited to just be able to share that with you guys and kind of share my plans for all of it, but getting into that video, it's going to be crazy. Now, this being said, with the start off we have here, we're going to go for the Fake Out into our Chuladon's side most likely. And then we will go for the Weather Ball setup here. Or not Weather Ball, I meant Tailwind setup. But yeah, I'm just in general excited about what the plan is for the future of my channel and everything, and just excited to be able to share the content to you guys, the viewers. Now, they do go for E-Speed here on the Pelipper, but that being said, we will still get the Tailwind up here, which will be perfectly fine for our team. Our Troodon does have leftovers, which is perfectly expected. But that being said, I want to say we go for the close combat into this side. And then on Pelipper's side, we immediately just go for Hurricane and Dragonite. In close combat, we'll be able to KO our Chulodon here, which is absolutely perfect. Now, you guys will see that I did change on Sonoran Sneasler here, and that's purely because of threaten against our Chulodon in any battle. I kind of wanted to just see how that would work out and pair out here, but just in general, let me know what your guys' thoughts are about Nuzlockes, what your favorite teams have been in this game, just everything in general Pokemon wise, because I do enjoy being able to talk to the viewers as well and just seeing what your guys' opinions are. But of course, as always too, be sure to like and subscribe because all the support means a lot and it helps the channel immensely. But that being said, I'm not too sure who they're going to send out in this battle next. I'm assuming they're just stalling out the time just because, but that being said, I mean, we've played this match pretty well so far in general. And they go out into Basculegion here. Which means on this side, honestly, I want to go for the Dire Claw to Dragonite. And then we just go for the Hurricane into Basculegion. I don't believe there's any point in me switching out right now. I also do believe they quit the game as well. But yeah, in general, with Renegade Platinum, there's just so much to it, and the way they design the battles and to how difficult they are, yeah, I feel like it could teach me a lot in competitive Pokemon in general. And I don't want to run through it with damage calculators or anything. I just want to be able to play the game as just at my own pace. Be able to pick the teams I run and figure out what works for me. And that being said, Basculegion is able to take out Pelipper here, but we'll be switching into Dragonite, so we'll be perfectly fine. And it surprises me that they did give up this battle, so honestly, I think, yeah, I can't forfeit here, else it count as a loss towards my account. So we're just gonna have to wait this out. With that being said, I'll get to you guys when this is over. Getting into this last casual double battle for the night, you know, as I was saying, it's just, in general, I'm excited to be able to create this content for you guys and be able to start that new one. Now, we're going to be versing Simon and Simon here. So we'll start off with Sneasler, Pelipper, like always, going with Dragonite's Initiative in the back here. I think we'll be perfectly fine with this team. But, yeah, I don't know. I had to take a lot of thought into what games to play, because Storm Silver is also one of my favorites, and I do want to play that one eventually as well. But we can't be going into multiple at once. We have to focus one project at a time. And that's the biggest thing I've learned with jobs and everything in general, is you gotta focus on one thing at a time and just get it done. And if you guys want me to share more of my work stuff as well, I mean, I like to, but I don't know if that's necessarily the content route I want to go in just yet. But if you are interested, do let me know. And here we are going to fake out into this Raichu purely because Raichu does threaten our Pelipper. And then we will go for the Tailwind setup as well just to get it up for our team here. And yeah, they do go for a Mega Blastoise right away, which means they're going to be going for Water Spout probably the entire game. But that being said, I think we should be okay here. And Fake Out into the Raichu does take him down to 69% here, and we do get Water Pulsed. But because our Focus Sash, we will take that. Now we do get confused as well here. Now, I want to say I have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting myself this turn, but I want to coach this side and then go for the switch into Dragonite. Because I can get the boost on him right away and be able to do something crazy here. Now we just have to hope that... Oh, they send out Sinistcha now, which is actually very confusing. And we do hit ourselves in confusion, which is not good. Which means we will go back into our Sinistcha here to heal up Dragonite for a second. And now on our own side, Battle Info, we have 2 turns of Tailwind left. So I want to say we just go for the Machagacha for the damage on the Blastoise here. And then we do this as well. And then I'm going to want to focus this Sinistcha for a second. Granted, I do want to just take out Blastoise, so we will go for the Thunderbolt as well onto Blastoise. Mega Dragonite just looks so good in this game. And Sinistcha does Rage Powder here, which is actually extremely smart, which means I should have gone for the Hurricane. But our Sinistcha will be able to take out this Blastoise in 2 hits. And we are able to get the burn on their Sinistcha as well here. And actually we get the burn on Blastoise as well. Blastoise does use Ice Beam on Dragonite, which is a problem here. But we will survive it with 66 health left. And being as the way that's the way their Sinistcha played this turn, we're just going to go for the Hurricane directly into that side to try to take it out here. They do withdraw Blastoise here, which makes perfect sense, and they go into Raichu. And our Hurricane will take out Sinistcha, which is absolutely perfect. And they do go into Basculegion this turn, which means they will be going for my team. But I want to say we'll have time to do 1 life deal on this side. And then over here, we're gonna have to go for a kill into one of the sides. But I think for this turn, we just protect stall. And they do try to fake out into the Dragonite, which is absolutely perfect here. And hopefully Last Respects will not kill our Sinistcha, which we live with 44 health, which is absolutely perfect, and our Life Dew will go off as well. Now, because I know what they're going to go for on this side, I want to say this is the perfect turn to just protect Stall and Sinistcha. And then on Dragonite's side, just go for the Thunderbolt into Basculegion. And I got Encored into Protect. But we do manage to play this pretty well here. Now, knowing what's gonna happen, we are Encored as well. We're gonna have no choice but to try to go for the double Protect on Sinistcha's side, and then just go in for the switch in onto Pelipper. Because we can't be doing Encore the rest of the match. And Sinistcha does roll Protect again, which is absolutely perfect here. Raichu uses Nuzzle, which will be effective on Pelipper here as well, and we will get the Paralyzation as well, which is not good. That means they're going to go for the Last Respects on this side again. And I don't know if Dragonite lives that yet. But that being said, is he going to expect the switch in on that side? I don't want to say hurt a Weather Ball. You're right, you. We have to go for any attack whatsoever. And Last Respects does bring Dragonite to 36%, and Pelipper does go down to Thunderbolt. And they do use Last Respects on Dragonite again, which will take out Dragonite here. And I'm pretty sure Sinistcha will get... Oh, and Sinistcha barely takes any damage from Thunderbolt here. Which means Matcha Gotcha might actually win us the game. And they do send out Blastoise, but we will be Protect Stalling this turn just to waste one of his turns in PP. Alright, and now we will go for Matcha Gotcha, hoping we have enough health to tank these hits, but that being said, I'm not sure if he still has Last Respects. If he does, this is his last turn of it, most likely. And he does get it off, which will take out Sinishti here. With that being said, that is perfectly fine. But that will do it for this video, guys. Now, let me know what your thoughts are on Pokemon Champions in general and just on Nuzlockes, because I'm extremely excited to be able to start that video for you guys and get into it. But without further ado, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like and subscribe. And I know I lost that last match, but we're going to win plenty more and we're going to do amazing next season. So that being said, peace out, and I hope you have a nice day.